So I didn't notice the other day when I was doing my video on the pub industry, that these were some of the new regulations coming in by pubs. So pubs are opening next week in this country. You can only stay 105 minutes, as I said before. And obviously you have to book and everything like that, etc., etc. There's no multiple booking or anything like that. You can't go up to the bar or anything like that. But this is the thing. They don't want you to have fun. They really don't want you to have fun. And not only for I seen this on Twitter, I wouldn't have known because the mainstream media are very quiet about it or what they talk about it. Because it is very draconian, but that's everything to do with COVID. Is very draconian. Everything in this country is draconian with regards to COVID and all the rules. But listen to this: no live music, so you can't have a band or anything like that there. Even though it's outside, no, that's not allowed. God no, you're not allowed that. No, God no. We wouldn't want people enjoying themselves, would we? No, God no. We want the feel. We want to feel them in. We want to keep the fear up. We can't be allowing them to relax. No, God no. We can't do that now. So that's what an Irish pub's all about: having live music, there, live people playing, local people playing. Again, that's what it's all about. And again, that's taking away our culture too, and that's what they love doing too in this country. They love taking away our culture, just to get rid of it. Just to get rid of it. They don't like our culture really in this country. The government hate our culture. No loud music, so they don't want anybody. They don't even want you playing a stereo. They don't even want you playing the radio. They don't want you to do anything. They only want you on OT, listening to OT, talking shit on OT, listening to OT. No, as this person said in Twitter, no crack basically. They don't want you to have any fun at all. They want you to be scared. They want you to go into the pubs being frightened to go near your friends, being frightened to touch anything. That's what they want. They keep the fear going because people are happy when the pubs are open. They can see their friends. They can talk to people. Because loads of I know a few people that go to the local pub down here, elderly gentlemen and elderly women. And that's they only go to get the money at the end of the week. Go but do a bit of shopping. They used to go to the pub on a Saturday evening for a little drink and have a little crack with the people that are in the pub. And obviously they couldn't do that for a year, and they're isolated. They're on their own. Because the only time everybody got to socialise was at the pub, and then maybe going to mass on a Sunday morning. That's the only time they would ever probably be seeing people because they live on their own. And the government basically when I remember I went over to my local pub before the lockdown, I suppose in January, in 2019, before this crack started, or 2020, sorry, January 2020. Because there was a live band over there. There was a local band from Cavan going over to it, with local songs and everything like that. So I said I'd go over. And there was a charity event going on for shaving. You could shave your hair. So I said I'd go over, and I went over and I had it. I went over and I enjoyed myself. I was talking to a few people and things like that. It was good. It was good fun. It was live music there. It was all for good cause. The money that was raised there from the band was going to charity. So it was all for the greater good. And again, the government are like, fuck you all, we don't care. That's just basically it. And I wouldn't mind. But guess what? The doorbell's probably just this music blaring 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They probably have a disco. They probably have started a disco in the door. I wouldn't be surprised. You think they are getting served at the tables. They're up at the bar drinking, and they don't have to pay an inch of money towards it because the taxpayer has to flip the bill. I would like to see. I would really like to see me hold Mountain or Leo Franco because apparently the doorbell has been open for all the time. It hasn't been closed once. You're still getting €5,000 meals a day off the taxpayer. Fuck, God knows how you used to spend the €5,000 a day on meals. God knows, like the kings of England, the kings that lived now years ago wouldn't have spent €5,000 a day on meals. I, it's just you really have to wonder yourself. Basically, it's just fear. They just want the fear. They don't want people to relax. They want people constantly fearing. It's the same as schools, and the same anywhere you go. We have COVID signs everywhere, things and everything like that, making people more nervous, making people more frightened. And again, there's no need to be frightened. And I say to people, there is no need to be frightened, because as long as you're getting a lot of exercise and you're outside, then that's safe enough. Everything's safe. No more folly. But again, this is the thing. I don't see the harm. And as somebody pointed out here, in France, the outdoors and having concerts and things like that. In England, they're having concerts. And they're not listening. They're fed up listening to the government. Over here, we're just being told, no crack, no fun at all. We want to get rid of Irish pubs. No, God, no, we don't want that. We want globalist pubs. We want pubs coming from Germany to take our industry. This is Ireland. This is the Republic of Ireland in 2021. It's not great. Actually, as I may say, the Irish People's Workers Union aka the Irish Chinese Republic, which is basically a communist state, which is what we live in, a communist state, and NGOs would be very delighted to hear me say that. I'd be getting a few phone calls this evening from NGOs giving a fuck about what I said. But anyway, so look at NGOs, what can you do? You get a lot of money, but look, at the end of the day, it's still a free country at the moment anyway. But yeah, I'm sure everybody would agree that it's not for, like, literally you would rather stay at home. I'd rather stay, and I wouldn't post what to say about St. Patrick's Day. It was on Fortune Media News. He was asked, is he going to go to the St. Patrick's Day parade? And he said, I'd rather stay home in my backyard with my dog than go and listen to the American St. Patrick's Day. That's what he said. So I would rather stay home with my dog in the backyard and sit in the backyard than probably go to the pub, because basically there's no crack. And basically you just have to sit there and be depressed. Thank you.